Thank you, Dan, and thanks for all your leadership at the Aspen Institute. We are calling a bit of an audible due to a featured guest this morning. First of all, good morning. My name is Jack Moriarty. I'm the Assistant Director for Policy Analysis and Executive Fellow at the Rutgers Institute. I'm also Executive Director of the Lafayette Square Institute. And it's my true pleasure to be introducing our next guest, Congressman Larry Bucshon of Indiana. The Congressman represents the 8th District of Indiana, which encompasses all or part of 21 counties in southern and west central Indiana. Since coming to Congress, Representative Bucshon has been a champion for advancing patient-centered healthcare reforms and has been a leader in the fight to end the opioid epidemic, having been just one of 8 lawmakers from around the nation recognized by the Coalition to Stop Opioid Overdose in 2016 for his work on the issue. First elected to the House in 2010, the Congressman currently serves as a member of the House Energy and Commerce Committee. Before coming to Congress, Representative Bucshon was a practicing physician and surgeon specializing in cardiothoracic surgery. During his time in private practice, the Congressman performed hundreds of heart surgeries and served as president of Ohio Valley Heart Care. He is board certified in cardiothoracic surgery by the American Board of Thoracic Surgery. In the 115th Congress, the representative introduced the ESOP Business Act of 2019, a bill designed to better support 100% ESOP companies in bidding for government contracts. A version of this legislation was subsequently enacted in the National Defense Authorization Act of 2022. Congressman Bucshon and his wife, Catherine, who is also a physician and a practicing anesthesiologist, reside in Vanderburgh County and attend Our Redeemer Lutheran Church in Evansville. They have 4 children. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for that gracious introduction, and it's great to be here. I think my role is to show that there is support in Congress for ESOPs and other innovative ideas to help workers have better salary, better benefits, and also have more input. That's the key, right? So, as was mentioned, I'm from Evansville, Indiana, and I'm in my 7th term in Congress, but this is my final term. I'm not running for re-election. So that was a self-determined kind of deadline. I want to do something else after this, right? I do serve on Energy and Commerce, has broad jurisdiction. But let me just say that companies that use employee stock ownership plans, ESOPs, play a critical role in making the United States the strongest economy in the world. Employees of companies with ESOP structures promote innovation in their industries and routinely have higher job and retirement security than many of their peers in other companies. ESOPs are a major driver in Indiana's economy. 167 ESOP companies in Indiana in sectors ranging from manufacturing, with Jasper Engines and Transmissions in my district, as well as banking at Old National Bank Corp. There are over 27,000 employees at ESOP statewide, with a majority being small businesses with fewer than 100 employees. So in my view, Congress must continue to support those that utilize ESOP structures, which is why, as was mentioned, I introduced the ESOP Business Act, H.R. 2022, during the 115th and subsequent Congresses to improve contract competition for ESOPs, more participation in DoD contracts specifically. And I supported Representative Jim Banks in his efforts to establish a 5-year pilot program in the 2022 National Defense Authorization Act, which was also mentioned, that allows ESOP-owned Department of Defense contractors to receive non-competitive awards of follow-on contracts. And I'm also co-sponsor of the Promotion and Expansion of Private Employee Ownership Act, which would incentivize owners of S corporations to sell their stock to an ESOP. I've also been working to bolster the supply chains of American producers, which are important to business owners and all Americans. And with my friend Lisa Blunt Rochester, who's now running for the Senate in Delaware, I've introduced the Promoting Resilient Supply Chains Act, or H.R. 6571. It's a bipartisan bill. Would create a supply chain response program within the Department of Commerce to map and monitor supply chains and help prevent the supply chain shock that we just all experienced, primarily related to COVID. So I think my speech is short, but I think the goal here is to show that we do have people in Congress that are looking at issues about how to improve salary, benefits, and more importantly, input from everyday workers. My dad was a United Mine worker, union coal miner. My mom was a nurse. I grew up in a town of 1,500 people. So these are important issues to me. I want to make sure all Americans have equal opportunity to succeed, and ESOPs and structures like that are one of the ways that we can make that happen. So I hope you have a good day today, and thank you for allowing me a few minutes to speak to you. Have a good day.